Hello and welcome to Engine Adventures off-road review of this 2023 Nissan Frontier Pro 4X. Of course, as you'd expect with the top level off-road trim, it does have a few additional little features that you won't get on the other ones. This one in particular has Bilstein shocks, a little additional skid plating, so there's one over the fuel tank, right there over the transmission and center differential, and the bash plate up front, along with one underneath the engine. So decent amount of skid plate protection. Comes with the locking rear differential back there. And decent Dynapro AT2 tires. Not crazy aggressive, but these things aren't bad. And of course, hike my way up to the front here, you get off-road tow hooks. And I'm not sure why that little plastic thing's like that. We'll push it back anyway. Get some off-road tow hooks on there. I don't know if they all come with these, but on this one they're painted red, so clearly much more off-road capable with the red tow hooks. Again, up front, Bilstein coilovers. And yeah, let's go ahead, get into it. Let's start off with the high-speed off-road and then move into some fun, more difficult testing. All right, this truck has no drive modes besides your different four-wheel drive options, traction control, and dual hull mode. So we're just normal, just how you'd be driving down the street for the high-speed off-road. And yeah, let's get to it. Be a little bit muddy this time. Sorry for the media guys picking it up. Just under 20. Ooh, and I'm feeling pretty close to maxed out here at 18, 19. We'll see. Yeah, 20. It's handling 20 okay, but I did feel bump stops there. Tires are at full pressure. I understand a lot of this stuff, but to keep things consistent, I like to run it at full pressure. So it's doing okay. I would give it a pass at 20 miles an hour. Whew. It's getting a little rough in some spots, but not terrible. So I think you're safe to put this on par with what I expect. I expect off-roaders to be in the 20 mile an hour range, and that is definitely where we are. Here's the new entrance, and cameras aren't gonna do much good. I'm in 4 high already. Oh good, I do have the approach angle to make this break over angle right there. Did all right. Okay, so 4 high again. Traction control is still on, no rear locker because, hey, is it gonna let me lock it in 4 high? As far as I know, you cannot lock this thing in 4 high. Let's see if it says anything. Yeah, I don't see anything there. This side, nope. Anyway, it's not locking up, so no rear diff lock. And go ahead and give it a climb. It's be a little bit tough, but we'll be all right. There we go, first big hole. You can see traction control is on and flashing. I'm full throttle, 1500 RPM. Not gonna happen. Traction control off right here. So even with traction control off, it will allow the active brake limited slip system to work. So now I can drive it higher. Oh, it almost made it. I'm full throttle, it's still kind of cutting it. Interesting. Okay. I was not expecting that result. We're gonna hit neutral, shift into 4 low, and this one, Some of them you have to be moving. This one seems to shift into 4-low really well when you're at a complete stop, holding your foot on the brake. And traction control is automatically off. So I'm pushing it down here, nothing's happening up here. When you're in 4-low, traction control is automatically off. I'm in neutral, so I'm not gonna go anywhere. And now we'll just ease into it. I can hear the ABS, and there you go. So Nissan has done a really good job with tuning the ABLS system to be not very aggressive in 4-wheel drive high and to be very aggressive in 4-wheel drive low, or quite aggressive. I would say, yeah, it's about equivalent to Toyota's crawl control on its most aggressive setting. So we still don't have the rear locked, and yeah, making these climbs fairly easy. Just keep consistent throttle between 1500 to 2000 RPM, and it will transfer the power where it needs to be. I'll be sure and post the crawl ratio up on the screen, because I am not sure what that is off the top of my head. If I recall correctly, the Frontier is one of the better ones on the market for crawl ratio. Okay, downhill, let's just do first gear. So we're in manual first gear there, and I'm gonna hold the brake here at first. Was not expecting that to rub. Okay, still on the brake. We'll get a good line right here in just a second. I'm still on the brake manually, and right after this dip, there we go. Okay, so now this is all engine braking. My feet are not on the pedals. Excellent. We are 1-2 miles an hour. This is honestly one of the best ones I've had going down this hill. I'm very impressed with this. I do have a bit of a bump right here. See if we can keep front and rear from dragging. Yeah, holy cow. So I'm very impressed with the engine braking going down that hill. I remember it being really good from before. Not quite that good. All right, we're gonna run the hill one more time, and we're gonna lock the rear axle this time around. And when we come back down, we'll use downhill assist. So there we go, rear axle right there, diff lock, you can see is illuminated, and we'll get you back to that. There you go. So now it's illuminated, it's locked in. Should be taking this at an angle because the rear end's gonna drag. Nope, no dragging. Okay. Still a little bit of slippage. I could feel and hear the ABLS, or active brake limited slip, kicking in. Again, we're taking a pretty hard line, possibly the hardest line. If you are trying to take an easier line or trying to figure out how to drive off-road, this is not the way to do it. So that was a huge wheel lift. I actually want to get a picture of that, so we'll have to do that one more time so I can get out and get pictures. So with the rear locked, there's still some wheel slippage, but it's much more controlled. I'm much easier on the throttle, barely. I don't even know if I went over 1500 RPM on this at all. So it does much better with the rear diff locked. Turning it off here so we can make this turn a little bit easier. Okay, last step here. Throw it back into reverse. We're gonna hit the downhill assist. There we go. Drive. Right there, it's engaged. I have no idea how it works, so we'll just see how it works. I'm completely off the throttle right now. I did hit the brakes there for a second. Downhill assist is doing its thing, but make me a little nervous. Going over rough terrain, those are, you know, generally two wheels up in the air, And yeah, it's doing okay. So not bad, but not great. I don't know how to adjust the speed, so we'll play around a little bit in just a second and see if we can adjust the speed, make it a little more, make it faster or slower if we need to. So, but honestly, this thing has such good gearing that I did just fine without. Yeah, there we go. A lot of creaking and popping on this thing. All right, I'm gonna speed it up a little bit and see what it does. So yeah, it seems to hold higher speed the faster I go. So there, I kind of set it at 5 miles an hour, and it's pretty much staying at 5 miles an hour. If I brake slower, it stays where I put it. So you just use the gas and brake pedal to adjust the speed. And the gas and brakes on this thing are a little bit touchy, so that's a little bit difficult, but not bad. Like I said, the engine braking is so good on it, you just don't even need to worry about it. Thank you for watching Engine Adventures off-road review of this 2023 Nissan Frontier. It's a little low to the ground, but otherwise quite capable. Throw it into 4 low, ABLS kicks in and does an excellent job of giving power to the wheels with traction. Of course, you've got the rear locker and 4 wheels, 4 low as well. And overall, just really a pretty good vehicle off-road. It's not gonna be quite as good as the newer Tacoma, but really pretty impressive for what it is, and a great little truck overall. Be sure to hit subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when we post new videos. Give me a thumbs up, comment down below, let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you want to see, what you don't want to see. Also, if you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down, but still comment, let me know why. Thanks again, have a great day. Pretty good result.